Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and I really want to focus on the girl in this particular account. It's his daughter that he's talking about. She met this guy, and when she met him, he thought that his daughter needed to go further in her studies, but she was very bright. He said that she completed a 3-year course in 10 months. So that says a lot. She was very bright, and she fell for him. She was introduced to him by one of her friends, and no sooner than they got together, she realized that he had given her a gift that you really can't get rid of. You know, one of those gifts that you can't get rid of. It starts with an H. The word, one of the first letter from that gift starts with an H. So it started to go downhill from there, and she was telling her mom everything. And here he is telling the story of his daughter and how precious she was to him. And he's talking about the guy, and seems as though the guy broke into her apartment and stole her passport and her, her, she's in the UK, and he stole her passport and other documents that she would need, and he started asking her for money. The guy at one point was saying, I'll buy you this, I'll give you this, you don't have to work. And then after it reaches a certain point, he is begging her for money, and she realized that the car he said he owned and the businesses he said he owned and everything else he told her, she's realizing now that it's a lie. It's all a lie. So it got to the point that maybe he had photos of her. He started trying to blackmail her. Yeah, he was trying to blackmail her. Yeah, I tell you what he said. Yeah, he tried to blackmail her, and she called. This is when her mom showed up. Her mom showed up because her mom is saying, nah, this is going too far now. This is going too far. So her mom showed up, and the mom actually heard the guy on the phone threatening her daughter, asking her for money, telling her what he's going to do if he doesn't get the money. And the daughter, she's fed up now, and she's beside herself, and she says, I'm going to go for a walk. And she went on the train for a walk, or for a train ride, and she jumped off the train. She leapt off the train. She did not survive it. So sometimes I think that the sins of the father fall on the children, and sometimes a child cannot avoid certain things if it's going on within their DNA, even as he is alive, and the way he is living his life, the way her mother is living her life, it can unravel and it can affect the child even without knowing. I remember saying to my ex-husband, I said to him, I said, every time you're out there doing something you're not supposed to do, I feel it, because guys are approaching me, guys are trying to get my number. I said there'd be months that go by and no one is approaching me, and then there's a time where guys are always coming up to me and asking me for my numbers. And he said to me, so do you think that what I may be doing out there there's a stream and it comes back and it affects you because we are linked? I say, yes, I do think that what you do, it comes back to me because you come home to me, I come home to you. But it's almost as though Mother Nature wants me to know. I say Mother Nature is telling me about you, even though you're not with me. I don't see it, but I'm being told. So I always say to young ladies, listen to your intuition. Listen to that voice. Listen to that voice, because after we got divorced, he told me how true what I was feeling was. He told me how on the ball I was, and he said it to me so that when I'm dealing with other people after the divorce, I will know that I should follow my intuition. Follow your intuition, okay? The sins of the father. The sins of the father, it could fall on the children, okay? It falls on your children. You have to be careful who you've had those kids with. You have to be careful with that, the DNA that you have provided as part of that child. And that child may have to battle in certain ways to keep it at bay, or maybe they wouldn't win at keeping it at bay. But you have to recognize that DNA is a strong thing. And whether the person who has that DNA is trying to be good or not, the other actions from people that she or he are they're close with, other actions from those people, the things your father and your mother are doing is affecting you. It's spooky action from a distance. That's how Einstein called it. Spooky action is an entanglement. Spooky from a distance. You are not seeing what they're doing, but what they're doing is affecting you because you're tied to them. Okay, it's invisible, but it's there. You're tied to them. So the sins of the father fall on their children, and I'm beginning to understand that holy book better and better and better as I go on in life. As I get older in life, it makes a tremendous amount of sense. There is so much unseen. There is so much going on around us that is unseen, but your intuition is there to prompt you. Your intuition and those little thoughts and those little nudges, they're there to set you straight. This is Sherry Veronica.